Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Jacob Campbell here, live, bringing you guys severe weather coverage for tonight. So, Jacob's weather, yeah, royalty-free music is my favorite as well. Let me know, is everything going all right? Is there any lag or anything like that? Is everything? Well, let me know if there is any like lag or anything. I'll keep watching chat to see if they think so. So, anyway, right now we have a tornado warning here near El Dorado and Eureka. And what counties are these? I'm trying to find the counties. Butler County and Greenwood counties in Kansas. And then we also have a tornado warning up here in Osage County, Coffee County, and Leon County in Kansas. Take a look where are there others. Fortunately, since I decided to do a stream and now a couple tornado warnings have gone away. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at velocity here to see if there's anything. There is a bit of rotation right in this area, and so if you live in Nisho Rapids, Lebo, or Olivet, take shelter now. There is rotation in this storm. There's not a confirmed tornado, no tornado on the ground as of yet, or at least there are no reports of a tornado being on the ground. However, if you live in those towns, take every tornado warning seriously and get to shelter if you are in the path of this storm. And then if we come over here, we also see a little area of rotation right in here. We have some very high red over very slow green. And, or not very slow green, but we have some very, essentially we have outflow winds and inflow winds right next to each other. It forms a couplet, and that is rotation. So I was trying to say it in a more elegant way, but it didn't end up coming out that way. So we are getting a signature of a mesocyclone here. And so if we take a look at reflectivity again, we don't see a hook, which is good. But usually if there's a mesocyclone, you'll be able to see some form of a hook on radar, on reflectivity view. There is a little clearing here, and where we have that, oh no, it's up here now. Okay, well, we do have a bit of a hook. It's not really a hook, like I said, it's a clearing there. So if we look in, we have inflow winds in here, and then outflow winds here. And so wind is coming into the storm, and then it's blowing away. Can you guys see my mouse, by the way? Oh, do you remember Hurricane Irene? Hurricane Irene, that hit, did that hit the Carolinas? It's been a while, so I'm more of a tornado and severe thunderstorm guy and less of a hurricane guy. I have sat through a hurricane before, and those rains I've never seen rains quite so heavy before in my entire life. But looking over here, it looks like this rotation is beginning to fall apart, which is good news. It doesn't look like they may cancel this tornado warning because I'm not seeing the rotation lasting. If we take a look at correlation coefficient, okay, good, you can see my mouse. If you take a look at correlation coefficient, there isn't much of a debris ball. There is a slight lightening of colors over here, but at the edges of storms, you do get those lighter colors. And so because this is an edge, that could signify either a hail core, or it could signify it just being on the edge. It's quiet. How quiet is it? I'm not seeing the rotation. Give me just a moment and let me try to fix the sound. See if I can get it any louder. All right, guys, let me know if that's any better. Yeah, let me know if that's better at all. So, looking back over here, they're still showing that mesocyclone. Let me turn on live scan here, and we'll get more updates quicker. So we'll take a look at base velocity one more time. It's starting to move out of where it's really reliable to get to use this radar site. So as this pushes further to the north, further toward Kansas City, we'll go over to KEAX, that radar site. We're going to come down here and take a look at these severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's go to we'll go to the Oklahoma City radar here, and we'll take a look. It is better. Yes, here we are again. It seems like they cannot get a break at all. There is a little bit of red over green over here, which may be a bit of rotation. Let's take a look at the reflectivity view on this. So what we've got going on here is we have an inflow into this little notch right here. And if that inflow is more powerful than the outflow or the gust front or the rear flank downdraft, whatever you've got, whatever you want to call it, what you'll get is that the rear winds begin to bow around the inflow, and so you'll get a hook. You'll get a hook forming right here where the inflow is coming in, and those downdraft or outflow winds have to actually wrap around it. And so that will only help tighten the rotation in these storms. But of course, if you have it the other way around and the outflow winds are stronger than the inflow winds, then you'll get outflow winds blowing in, and then you'll get inflows on either edge, and it will cause a bow front, and so it'll bow out. So right now, what we're really looking at here is to see if a hook does end up forming on that, to see which the inflow or the outflow will kind of win out. We're going to come down here and take a look at this Weatherford one. We'll take a look at rotation. Okay, this is another phenomena. There's probably not rotation here. There may be, but there's probably not. So essentially we have an area. This storm is passing by the radar site, and because it's passing by this radar site, we do get a little bit of this like wrapping of green, but that's normal. It doesn't necessarily mean rotation. Then we're going to come down here and take a look at this Texas area. Yeah, Jefferson City, Missouri. I was asleep while it happened, but I heard of it. I'm involved in a lot of weather group chats because we're nerds about the weather, and so there were a bunch of pictures that were shared of it. Any tornadoes today? Let's take a look. I'm going to quickly run over to the SPC and go over storm reports really quickly. Storm reports. So we have had 4 reports of tornadoes so far. That doesn't mean that 4 tornadoes actually touched down. It just means that 4 storm spotter reported cone tornado in Illinois. It looks like 1 confirmed in Illinois, and 1 confirmed in Kansas. 2 that may have been tornadoes, but the FEMA has to go out and take a look before those tornadoes are confirmed. It says severe storms in Texas. It does? Oh, it does. Well, I mean, there are some severe storms in Texas, but yeah, that is definitely not what I was going for there. Give me just a moment so I can sort that out. Is there no edit option? Properties. There we go. Severe storms in the plains. Oh, nope. There we go. Okay, and then we are going to go and ahead and turn that down a bit. And then we are going to drag this. Oh, God. Nope. There. Yes, there. Okay, good. Hopefully that's better. I hope that you didn't see that all happen as it was happening. I hope that just kind of like all of a sudden flipped. So, anywho, we're going to look back at these storms down here in northern Texas. And yeah, I know I just switched it from Texas to the plains. So, it took cover for 1 hour in my bathtub today in Illinois. That sucks. There was a day at when I was in high school, and essentially we had a tornado warning at the very end of class, And so then if you had after school activities or whatever, when we were about to board on the buses, there was another tornado warning that was issued. And so we were like, I think that after that, there was another one too immediately after. So we were at school for like a solid hour and a half longer than we were supposed to be. Some rotation right in here. I do want to get back to this and save my little stories for later. I could ramble on and on and on. There's a little bit of rotation. This radar site is confirming that this is a mesocyclone. I did that in clockwise. I meant to go counterclockwise. Hey, Bill, how's it going? And then hi, Adrian's weather forecast. Tornado warning in North Dakota. Let's take a look at that. Ah, so there is. Okay, we're going to head to the nearest radar. It looks like there's a TVS on this guy too. All right, so we do have a bit of a hook forming there. I do see, so this isn't a red over green case. This is a green over green. You have an area of sorry, I got distracted. There is some slower moving air and then some quicker moving air here, and they're rotating around each other. And so that's what's causing this tornado warning here in North Dakota. So if you, this is a radar indicated tornado for Griggs and Barnes counties in North Dakota. And it's weather spotters confirmed that there is a funnel cloud. So if you live in the Sibley, Laverne, or Pillsbury area, take shelter now. It will be at Sibley in 38 minutes. It'll be at Laverne in 43 minutes, and it will be in Pillsbury in 54 minutes. So definitely take shelter if you are in the path of this storm. We're going to head back down here to Kansas and take a look at those tornado warnings that were down there, because I don't want to leave any spot, untouched. Actually, we're going to head to this radar site. Check Wichita. Yeah, I'm over here at Wichita right now. I know it hasn't caught up quite yet. How's it going, Plasma? If you guys are new here, please subscribe and like the stream if you can. If you don't like it, that's fine too. But currently waiting for this to load. I apologize. My internet's not very great, so it takes me a while to actually get data. Let's try to move to reflectivity here and see if that will help at all. Are we still live? I think we're still live. I'm going to go ahead and try another radar site because it doesn't look like that guy's going to be loading anytime soon. Here we are. Okay, good. So we do have... We've got radar up here. Okay, on reflectivity. Oops. On reflectivity there, we're going to run over to base velocity here. There is deep rotation in that. That's impressive. There is quite a bit of rotation, and it just... Okay, there we go. There's quite a bit of rotation in this. It's not as tight as you would want. It's when you're looking for a potential tornado, you want tight and fast. And so what we have here is we have broad, and it's not fast, but it's only around 30 to 50 knots, which is about 33 to around 55 miles per hour. Really not what you're looking for when you're trying to find a tornado. But just in case, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient. And there's no debris ball on here. So how's it going, David? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, David, I'm not going to be live for very long. I'm just here kind of covering it for now because earlier there were 5 tornado warnings in Kansas. So I decided that I would go ahead and try to stream given my bad internet. So, all right, down here, this was the one that I expected to expire. 15 more minutes, so it looks like it has been updated. Yeah, it got updated 5 minutes ago. We'll take a look at velocity here. Still not a whole lot going on, but there is, like I said, quicker green here and slower green over here, which means that there is some rotation. We're going to once again try to use that Wichita radar site. Switch over to Wichita here. And the Wichita is showing mesocyclones on these. The Topeka one is not showing any sort of mesocyclone on it. Yeah, and so over here, red is outbound. And so if you are looking at it from here, this is darker red and then lighter red. And so that also indicates rotation. If we look over here at this Emporia tornado, so if you live in Nisho Rapids, Lebo, or Olivet, definitely take shelter. You are all under a tornado warning, and this storm is headed toward you. There's not a confirmed tornado on the ground, but treat every tornado warning seriously regardless, because sometimes it may be radar indicated, but there may just not be spotters on the ground to actually confirm it. So just because it's not confirmed doesn't mean there's not a tornado. So definitely take these warnings seriously and take shelter if you are in the path of these storms. Taking a look for any other tornado warnings on the map. We're going to head back up to North Dakota and take a look at what's going on here. Looks like there has been a tornado spotted, but not sure if that is there has been any confirmation by law enforcement or if there's been any confirmation by storm spotters. There weren't really supposed to be tornadoes up this far north today, so I'm not sure if there are any storm spotters out, but law enforcement should definitely be able to tell. Waiting activation. Okay, let's move to another radar site and then move back. Still awaiting activation. Maybe that site's down. Yeah, that radar site could be down. Pontoon at Hillsdale Lake. What part of Kansas is that in? Hillsdale Lake. Give me a moment, guys. I'm taking a look at Hillsdale Lake. That is in... Okay, that's near the Kansas, Oklahoma. No, it's not. It's near the Kansas-Missouri border. So it is right over here. Your kids, I believe, are fine for now. Really wish I could get radar data over here. Your kids should be fine for now, but I would definitely get off that pontoon if I were them. Spotters reported a funnel cloud. Expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, and vehicles. This is for Griggs and Barnes counties in North Dakota. This will be near Rogers. around 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Daisy around 5:35 p.m. Central Daylight Time, and Wowlum at around 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So I'll go ahead and take a look at this Hillsdale Lake area and see if there are any storms moving through. One, I was trying to use KMVX and I was also trying to use KBIS, and for some reason neither of them were working at that moment. Yes, so there is a cell moving in to that area. Let's see, it's just to the north of Paula. Can't speak apparently. It's near Ottawa. Yeah, it's near Ottawa, so it's right in this area here. There are storms moving in their direction, so I would tell them to get their butts back if I were you. But we're going to take a look at the rotation down here, see if there's anything new going on, if there are any other storms that could potentially produce tornadoes. So far, it looks like the only two areas of rotation are in these two cells. I'm not really seeing much else, but we're going to move down this entire line of supercells to try to figure out if there are any other rotating cells. Apparently, the radar thinks that in this area of nothing, there's a mesocyclone, which is interesting. Any storms for central Iowa? We can run over there really quickly. Steven, I am not on... Oh, wait, you're asking David. I don't believe that either of us are on a VC there. Yeah, so there are some storms in eastern Iowa going on right now, but nothing too major, it doesn't look like. Just a little bit of reflectivity there and no rotation at all. So you're good, Noah. All right, we're going to head down this line of storms. There's not a whole lot of rotation and like that. And so we're not going to worry about these right now because that rotation is broad. Yeah, because that rotation is broad and not very quick, so it's not likely to produce a tornado. It could, but really you're looking for tighter, quicker winds. All right, Ponica City, maybe a little bit of rotation there. Looks like there is a bit of a protrusion from this cell. A little too early to tell on that. That's going to continue developing, so we'll see as that develops further. And then we're going to take a look at base velocity on this one. No rotation there, so that's good. It looks like there is hail here. There's 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. There is all around in these supercells that are popping up here, 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Will there be a tornado threat for central Iowa or any time? Let me take a look at the Storm Prediction Center maps. I don't think there will be a very high tornado risk. I believe that your primary risk is hail and wind, and I think that wind is the primary overall. All right, let's take a look at this. Tornado. For Iowa, you are under a 5... The eastern portions of Iowa are under a 5% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a point. You are in a 15% chance of damaging wind with wind gusts higher than 50 knots, 25 miles of any given point. And you are in a, once again, a 15% chance of inch diameter hail or larger within 25 miles of any given point in that eastern area. Tornado risk for Wichita. So for today, the tornado risk is just, you are in like a 2% range, a 2% risk, 25 miles of any given point, just barely. So the tornado risk isn't so much for Wichita as much as it is for areas of, here, actually, we can pull this up. We're going to go to here. We're going to go on. We're going to go probabilistic. We're going to go day one. Probability of tornado. So This area in here, stretching from Chicago all the way down to Odessa in Texas, this is the 5% range of tornadoes in any given point. 25 miles of any given point within that area. Then there is this green band that's around it, and that's 2%. So that stretches all the way from Michigan, these Michigan areas over here. Whoa, hello. There we go. Stretches all the way from these western Michigan areas through Indiana, down through Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, and then into Texas. And then on the other side, it stretches through Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and Wisconsin. And then if you want to take a look at hail, will any of these systems reach as far as northeast as Michigan? Some of these will, but the storms will be really, they will have deteriorated a lot by then. This is hail probabilities. So in this area from, once again, western Michigan all the way down to Texas, the Texas-Oklahoma border, this is a 15% chance of hail an inch in diameter or larger within 25 miles of any given point in that area. Then when we take a look at wind, okay, nope, there we go. So wind, once again, stretching, it's almost the same area for all of them. So I'm not going to continue to say, once again, this is 15% chance of winds that are 50 knots, which is around 55 miles per hour or greater within 25 miles of a given point in the area. There are no risks of significant tornadoes, so they're not expecting this to be a large, damaging and deadly tornado day. And there is a little risk area down here in Texas of significant hail, which significant hail, if I remember, is 10% or greater probability. 10% or greater. Yeah. So it's 10% or greater probability of having like 2-inch hail within 25 miles of any given point in the area. Then we've got significant wind, and there is no significant wind in this. So we're all good there. Pella, Iowa. Noah, you're going to have to tell me which part of Iowa that is, because I'm not familiar with Iowan geography. So we're going to come back down to these tornado warnings in here. Let's come back to a better radar site. All right, we're just going to wait for that guy to load really quickly. Oh, we're going to turn convective outlook off on that too. Almost there, guys. All right, here we are. So we're going to take a look at rotation on these. Base velocity. So we still have some of that broader rotation right in here. And with rotation so broad, there's definitely a mesocyclone here, but the odds of there being a tornado here are a little low. The area that I would expect a tornado to be would be right either on this side of this green or on the other side of the green. On one of the two sides of the green, there could be a tornado there. So if you live in Lebo, if you live in Olivet, or if you live in Melbourne, take shelter immediately. This storm is headed toward you, and it'll be in Lebo in 6 minutes, Olivet in 18 minutes, and Melbourne in 28 minutes. So definitely take shelter immediately. And once again, this tornado warning is in Osage County, Coffee County, and Lyon, Lyon, that county. It's in central Iowa, south of I-80. So near Des Moines? Or is it significantly further south of I-80? Tyler David's not here right now. This is Jacob Campbell. I'm WeatherNow, And so if there's anybody new here, please like and subscribe if you would like. If not, it's no big deal. But definitely support the channel if you enjoy the content. That tornado warning for this area has been canceled. We'll see if it gets reissued, because there are some areas where that rotation is beginning to tighten. So those counties that I just read off, Lion, okay. So those counties that I just read off, it seems like that tornado warning has ended. Seems like the tornado warning in southern Kansas has also ended. There's still a tornado warning up here. There is an observed tornado in North Dakota. There is currently an observed tornado in North Dakota. Of course, it's awaiting activation. We're going to switch to that guy. We're going to switch back to this guy. Whenever you're like trying to, otherwise there's no point. You're going to be looking at either old data, or you're looking at data far away, which, if you don't know, as a radar beam goes out, it weakens. And as it hits more storms along the way, it weakens as well. Sir Watermelon, it is not moving toward Massachusetts at the moment. I mean, it's moving east, and Massachusetts is in the east, but it's not moving. It's not going to hit Massachusetts, at least not tonight, and probably not into most of the day tomorrow. There is an observed tornado here. Let's take a look at what they have to say. Tornado warnings remain in effect until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time for South Central Griggs and North Central Barnes counties. At 3:59 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located over Daisy, or 19 miles northwest of Valley City, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado, and quarter-sized hail. Source, weather spotters confirmed tornado. Impact, expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, and vehicles. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain mainly over rural areas, that's good, of south central Griggs and north central Barnes counties. So if you live in Griggs or Barnes counties, take shelter immediately. There is an observed tornado here. If you live in Sibley, Laverne, or Hope, North Dakota, take shelter now. This will be at Sibley in 21 minutes. It'll be at Laverne in 25 minutes, and Hope in 49 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead really quickly and get rid of my Epic pin. The way that I have this all laid out, it won't actually work. Jessica, I can't have a super chat until I have 4,000 watch hours. I'm only at about 600 right now. So yeah, I could probably put my PayPal email in here, but as of now, I don't have a super chat. I do have a Patreon, and if you want the link to that Patreon page, I can send you that. I just made this Patreon last night, and so there's the Patreon link if anybody's interested. And if you don't know what Patreon is, look it up. I don't want to spend too much time talking about donations and whatnot. If there is a donation or whatever, I will definitely give it a shout out, and I will, thank people for them. But as of now, I don't have super chat. Anyway, we're going to take a look at correlation coefficient here to see if there's a debris ball. There may be a slight debris ball there. Let's look at reflectivity. That could just be hail. That is definitely a hail core there. So we'll take a look at velocity again. I'm assuming the rotation that they're worried about is right in here, because this looks like it's just Laverne. It got hit last night from tornado emergency. Did it? I was with my family, and I wasn't paying attention to a lot of the weather last night. Current mesoscale discussion. Let's take a look at that. It takes me to this page you requested cannot be found. Try our search page, or report this error to feedback page. I'm not going to report it, so. There are 66 people here who probably want to see me, do the weather. So I'm going to be watching this. We're going to take a look back down at Kansas and see if there are any other tornado warnings. Also through Texas, it looks like there aren't. I am interested to see. All right, if you all bear with me for just a minute, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up GR2 Analyst on this stream. So give me just a moment here. Set up a new window. New window capture. Window capture 5. GR2 Analyst. Okay. We're going to go ahead and add a filter to it. Crop it. Go. -100, -600. Oh no, not 1600. We want 600. That's still too much. -300. It's a little bit better. All right, that'll be good enough. Oh, that did absolutely nothing. That's okay. We'll keep this guy right here, and we will remove WSV3. This is going to look not the best. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't WSV3. There's WSV3. Okay. Yeah, this does not look the best. I apologize for that, people. Transform. Fit to screen. Then we're going to lower this again. How's this look, guys? Hopefully that looks okay at least. All right. Got GR2 Analyst pulled up. I'm using the free trial because I honestly can't afford it at this point. I'm gonna head up to North Dakota here, and we're gonna try to get a 3D view of this storm. Oh, right, I forgot I have to click start pulling. Tornado. Oh, right. We were just talking about that. Oh, if I do it this way, you guys probably aren't going to be able to see the 3D view. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to this. That's good. All right. We're going to grab this guy, and we are going to hover over the tornado warned area plus some. Take a look at this. So this is not a very tall storm by any stretch of the imagination, only really reaching up to about 30,000 feet. There are many layers to this, though. It's like an ogre, for those of you who watched Shrek as a kid. We're going to take a look at rotation in here. There is some rotation. There's not a whole lot. We do see that there are a couple of different spots where there's rotation. Check BV, base velocity. Yeah, it looks like that tornado would definitely be right in here. We're going to take a look at rotation one more time. Be right in this area. It looks like that's where the most of the rotation is. This is in North Dakota, Jack. Yeah, GR2 Analyst, $250, and I'm using a free trial because honestly, that is way out of my budget right now. Give me just a moment. I dropped something. There we are. Got it. So yes, this is the 3D view of it. If you want to take a look at the base reflectivity again, we'll do so. There's an interesting little hole here in the storm. That's certainly interesting. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot of what to say about this. So severe thunderstorm warning now also extending into Steele County in North Dakota. We are looking at, where are we looking? We're in North Dakota right now, for anyone that was wondering. We're going to head back. New tornado warning in Kansas. We're going to run down there and take a look at that. Jack, Kansas is by no stretch of the imagination free of storms. It is simply, there were no tornado warnings, and so I was focused on the life-threatening storms as opposed to the non-life-threatening. All right, so we'll take a look at base velocity here. Yeah, there is definitely rotation in that. And then if we take a look at inrot, oh wow, yeah, no, that's defined. We're going to take a look at correlation coefficient. No debris ball, which is good. There have been three confirmed tornadoes, People's Republic of Taiwan. Bill Etheridge. No, I do not have radar scope on the PC. That is a Windows 10 only feature, and I have Windows 7. I do at some point hope to upgrade my PC, but we'll see. Not entirely sure if I'll do it just yet. I already have a decent PC as it is. I don't really need a better one. So this is the 3D view of that tornado warned thunderstorm. We do see some overshooting tops here at around 5,000 feet. Sorry, not 5,000, that's 50,000 feet in the air. Take a look at base velocity. There's definitely a lot of rotation in this. Looks like a lot of it is elevated rotation. And then we've got some slight stuff down here in the base of it. So we'll take a look at inrot. And inrot, oh, look at that. Yeah, so if there's a tornado, that tornado is right in here. So we see those spiraling bands going up, and this is the updraft. This is a rotating updraft that is going into the main part of the thunderstorm. So if we take a look at base reflectivity here, that is in this little bump. That is awesome. So if we look at isosurface 2, does that do anything for... Let's look at isosurface. Oh no, it doesn't do anything at all for that. Let's go back to lit volume. Lit volume on that as well. This is in central... Oops. This is in east central Kansas. This is in Coffee County, Osage County, and it will be moving into both Anderson and Franklin counties here very shortly. I'm not a big fan of Windows 10 either, Juju Knight, but it is what it is. It's the most updated, I guess, out there right now because they decided to stop, you know. Tornado warning for North Dakota has ended, so that's good news for the people in rural North Dakota. About 20 miles south of you. Since it's confirmed that we're going... I just got a noise, and I don't know what the noise was about. Huh, weird. Okay. Anyway, since confirmed we are going to a mini ice age, will they stop spraying us with poisons to protect us from global warming? What do you mean it's confirmed that we're going into a mini ice age? Can you care to elaborate on that? Because, like, I'm with all sorts of professors, and this is the first time that I'm hearing about going into a mini ice age. Oh, was that what I got? Was that why I got a little ding there? Yeah, can't tell. It's okay. All right, let's take a look at what they have to say here. If there's been a funnel cloud or anything. Tornado warning for southeastern Osage County and central Kansas, northern Coffee County, and east central Kansas until 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Lebo, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard tornado source radar indicated rotation. Impact flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Olivet and Beto Junction around 6:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time, Waverly and Melbourne around 6:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This includes Interstate 35 between mile markers 148 and 165. So if you live in Olivet and Beto Junction, take shelter now. This storm is headed toward you. Are you a meteorologist? Asked Sherry Waltz. I am a student studying meteorology right now in college. So he's talking about being sprayed by poisons, chemtrails. Please don't take the loopy ones seriously. I mean, I don't. Okay, let's not talk about the whole geoengineering stuff here, because there's a lot of false. There are some true things that you could bring up about geoengineering, like we're experimenting with some aspects of it, but there's all kinds of stuff that is being said right now about like geoengineering and whatnot, that isn't true and that is not founded on fact and whatnot. And so I really don't want to. I don't feel like getting into it right now. Especially not while there are active tornado warnings, or at least an active tornado warning. We're going to once again take a look at base velocity on this. Yes, these are starting to there's definitely a large scale mesocyclone right here. There's no doubt about that. These masses of air are essentially rotating around each other, and this will eventually form a... Oh yeah, black and gold, buddy. Let's go. Hammer down, boiler up. Or, sorry, it's boiler up, hammer down. Whatever. It's one of those two ways. I don't really go to sports games that often. So yeah, there is large-scale rotation in this, which means that there is definitely a mesocyclone here. If we... there are a couple of areas that a tornado could form out of this, so that's definitely one to watch. It doesn't sound like any spotters have indicated a funnel cloud or anything, which is good news, but there's probably significant rotation happening right there. Bruins? What do you mean by Bruins, William? All right, let's head to central Oklahoma really quickly and take a look at what's going on down here. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. All right, so we have a severe thunderstorm warning in Custer, Blaine, and just Custer and Blaine counties. It looks like there has been hail recorded that is 1.19 inches. Oh, you're also a Boilermaker? What do you major in? Yes, Rory BZ is correct. If there is a tornado warning, definitely take shelter immediately. Do not wait to hear that it's confirmed on the ground. How many years does it take to become a meteorologist? Do you have the option to choose subspecialties within the program? Tamara, so essentially when you go to apply for a job, you can say I want a job that does X. So like I'm going to be applying for more of a severe storm oriented position when I graduate. But that being said, we're not taught specifically severe storm stuff. We're taught everything. If you wanted to specialize in something, you'd have to go to grad school. I am not planning on taking grad school. It's a lot of research, and I would rather just work in the field quicker. So these are very large hail cores. Wonder what size hail they're reporting here. Oh, but it takes 4 years to graduate with an atmospheric science degree. All right, let's take a look, see how large hail they're expecting here. Quarter-sized hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. So this is a powerful system down here. We'll take a look at base velocity really quickly. There is a little bit of rotation here. We may see a tornado warning end up coming about in one of these storms, but I'm not seeing, the hook that we tend to look for. Read my recent message to you in chat, please. Oh, yellow and gold, Boston Bruins hockey team. No. Black and gold, that is the Purdue colors. But yeah, like I said, I have friends that want to focus on, hurricanes and whatnot, and for that they would go into the Air Force if they wanted to fly into hurricanes, or try to apply to the National Hurricane Center, the NHC, so on and so forth. All right, let's run back over here to Kansas. Make sure that this tornado is still not on the ground. We're going to come over to that radar site. Wait for the radar data to come on in. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, so radar data came back in. Good news. Rotation is largely moving to the north of where it was earlier. It looks like INROT. Yeah, INROT's showing the rotation more solidly into Osage County and not so much into Coffee County. And it looks like this will be moving in a direction toward Franklin. So if you live in Franklin County, take shelter now. There's a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado that is headed your way. That being said, they canceled the tornado warning. So, all right, good news. It sounds like you got an all clear unless they're trying to update it, which I don't think that they are. So, currently, no tornado warnings on the map. Still have a severe thunderstorm warning for North Dakota. And just this line of storms is starting to build up, stretching all the way from the Texas-Mexico border all the way into parts of Iowa and Illinois. I believe that Iowa and Illinois are in the clear right now. I think there are just a couple of small storms that are going to be building up right in this area. We'll wait and see once the radar data gets here. Oh, right. I've got to go back over to reflectivity. Yeah, so as I said, there are some storms that are beginning to pop up in these areas, but it looks like with the exception of that tornado that was confirmed in Illinois, we're about done. Ooh, would you look at that? A little supercell down here. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the KEAX. Oh, yeah. We got it, actually. It was a slander that was used against us when we were in a basketball game. And so they were like, you can't win this game. You're just a bunch of Boilermakers, because Purdue was famous for making boilers for trains and whatnot. And so we eventually adopted it. All right, so we'll go to base velocity here. No rotation. That does look like a I actually want to get a 3D view of this. There's a hail core in that. Oh yeah, this guy's popping up. He is starting to grow. Looks like it is at about 45,000 feet right now. And this is basically what the structure looks like, the structure of that. Thank you, Juju Knight. Looks like there's a tad bit of rotation aloft, but this appears to be horizontal rotation, not vertical, which is good. So we'll take a look at rotation here. No in-rot, which is good. Thank you, People's Republic of Taiwan. I appreciate that. Oh, nope, I did not want to pull that open again. Gallant the Hero, what do you mean by how to get a good base velocity reading? I'm not following what you're wanting or what you're asking. At about, I want to give fair warning, at about 7:45 or 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I will be ending the stream just because I have other things that I have to do tonight. My parents are out and I have to pick them up at some point, so I will be leaving, and probably with not a whole lot of warning. If they don't call me by 8, I'm going to be leaving anyway, just because I don't want to, have to abruptly leave the stream. So I'm just giving fair warning that at around 8 p.m. I'll have to leave. Okay, let's go to... Okay, now we're at a close enough radar site. Take a look at base velocity here. Yeah, it was looking like there was a little bit of wrapping going on in this area here. Take a look at in-rot. Yeah, so there is still some rotation with that storm in Coffee, Osage, and Franklin counties. Oh, no worries, Gallant the Hero. Gallant the Hero, where did you get your name from? Just out of curiosity. Audio industry, there's no audio manufacturing there. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Probably not People's Republic of Taiwan. These storms will have, for the most part, died down by the time that I get back. So I may see if James wants to stream, but on his channel and not mine. New warning in North Dakota. Ah, you're right. Okay, let's travel up there really quickly. Looks like it's split off from the main part of the storm. Yeah, these storms are beginning to separate. This one has a more... this could be a big tornado. If this does eventually develop, this could be a big one. So basically what we've got going on here is we've got part of this storm is becoming so dense that the jet stream is hitting it and splitting, and then it's causing it to rotate. And as it rotates, it actually moves the thunderstorm in a more rightward direction than the rest of the cell. And so if this is in fact moving at more of a right angle than the rest of the cell, this could produce a large and powerful thunderstorm. Or sorry, a large and powerful tornado. Sorry if my words are getting a little slurred. I've been talking and whatnot all day. That's done. All right, we're going to go ahead and publish that. Publishing a video really quickly. I also have another one that I have to upload. All right. appears that a funnel cloud has been reported from this one. The National Weather Service in Grand Forks has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Barnes County in southeastern North Dakota until 6:45 Central Daylight Time. At 6:09 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Rogers, or 14 miles north of Valley City, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and quarter-size hail. Weather spotters reported a funnel cloud. Expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, vehicles. This is a dangerous storm. This dangerous storm will be near Sibley around 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So in 15 minutes, this storm will be approaching Sibley. And so if you live in Sibley, take shelter now. Let's take a look at where Sibley is. I'm going to pull up city names on here. Oh, no, this is moving to the north. Okay. It's moving to, like, the east-northeast, it seems. So, no, this is not a severe right moving, which is good. Another tornado warning. I wonder if that's a continuation of this one. Take a look at the base velocities here. Unless it's talking about that, and this is talking about this. Let's see what they have to say about this. The National Weather Service in Grand Forks has issued a tornado warning for southern Steele County in southeastern North Dakota until 7 p.m. 25 miles north of Valley City. Which one was this? This was 14 miles north of Valley City. These are two different tornadoes. Two different potential tornadoes. Two different tornado warnings. If you live in Steele County, if you live in Barnes County, take shelter immediately. There are two thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes here. Echo tops are between 20 and 25,000 feet at the moment. Let's take a look at those echo tops. Yep, about 28 in some areas. Take a look at rotation on this. In Eastern Daylight Time right now, it's 7:17. Oh, hey, James. I'm going live at 6:30. Okay, so you're going live in here in like 15 minutes. Go to Discord. Oh, there you are. I will probably tune in because I'm going to be ending this stream soon. So, cool. Yeah, we're watching these right now. A little bit of a wrapping in here. Tornado would probably be right about there. Take a look at correlation coefficient, make sure there really isn't anything on the ground right now. Does not appear to be, which is good news. Go to streaming private. Okay. Howdy, James.
Hey.
What do you think? Think this is going to be a big tornado day or no?
In North Dakota? No.
No, not in North. Oh, new tornado warning. Tornado warning in Iowa. Eastern Iowa. How's it going,
there
DZ?
was a tornado in North Dakota today.
Do what?
I guess there was a tornado east of Leal in North Dakota.
That was earlier today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Bit of rotation.
So how late are you going to be on?
I'm only going to be streaming for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
Are you
WeatherNow.
gonna send them over my way? I was gonna do a live stream for David
Yeah, I'll send them your way. Do you want
on
me to send them to David's channel or to your channel?
my channel.
Okay.
Also, we can stay in the streaming private room for now. I gotta just get ready. I will be. Everybody, my stream will be up and ready in a few. Just give me a few. I just got home, so yeah, I gotta pull up everything.
Yeah, Rory BZ. Smaller, oh, yes, I did reach 1K. Thank you all.
Are you
Smaller,
on weather mod?
do what?
Are you logged in on weather models?
I am, but you can log me out. I can hear you all. Is this supposed to be a private convo? No, this isn't supposed to be private. This is I'm just live streaming
What do
to
you mean?
everyone.
You have me on stream? Just kidding.
Yeah, right. All right, we'll take a look at Inrot here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of rotation in this. We'll take a look at that chunk here. All right, so what we're looking at here is we've got the updraft coming in and then the wind shear tilting it to the side. And so if you've watched some of my earlier videos, I have talked about how the wind shear, the increase in wind speed with height, tends to tilt that updraft and cause these storms to be longer lived. Thank you, Isaac the man. Take a look at base velocity. We see that there's that area right in here where at the ground level it is moving in one direction and then around it it's moving in the other. So that's rotation in there. It's really tight. So we'll take a look at rotation and you'll see that in the exact same spot there is a narrow tube of rotation in here. Good timing. Thanks for you guys doing these. Yeah, no problem. I enjoy doing it. I hope that everybody stays as safe as possible. So yeah. And I did not mean to do that again. Although this is another good look at it, it looks like. We'll try to grab a better, more central area. And we'll grab all of that. So you can see it. This is the entire cell. So you've got your clouds up top. So this storm is going to be moving in this kind of a direction. You got your clouds up top that kind of overshoot. You have some areas over to the sides where the downdrafts are starting to produce, and there are updrafts between these as well, but the downdrafts are beginning to produce quite strong rotation. Give me just a moment, Egg. I was over there not too long ago. I'll go back here in just a second. Some updrafts and downdrafts are creating precipitation and clouds just to the edges of these, and that's how these things really build and get more intense. So, without further ado, though, I will move over to the North Dakota area because I know that there were 2 tornado warnings, and I just want to make sure that they're not confirmed tornadoes. Got a little hook down here. Base velocity. Take a look at Inrot. All right, we'll take a look at base velocity up here. Yeah, that rotation is really starting to tighten. I bet we'll get some bright green here when we go to Inrot. Oh, nope, no bright green. I stand corrected. How's it going, Just Weather? How's it going, Isaac? Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will go ahead and take a volumetric look at this. 3D. So these clouds have built up to only around 30,000 feet, and we will make this bigger. This has a lot of layers to it. It's interesting. We'll go to rotation. And there are a couple of areas in the storm where there seems to be more rotation than in other spots, but it looks like this one right in here is the most promising. Noah showing Big Blue Whip now mashing into New Mexico. It's really about to fire up. Do what? NOAA showing big blue whip now mashing into... I'm confused. Yeah, so we'll go back to... Nope, not trying to do that. We'll come over here and go back to panning. Yeah, so there's just a squall line starting to set up here. So what we've got, and I'll actually bring up Epic Pin again. Welcome, Jennifer. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, so I talk about that slight risk a little bit in my most recent video. If you want to go and take a look at that, I live in Indiana, so I'm. No, you didn't have to delete Jennifer's.
I'm going to at 6:45.
Okay, that's good because that was when I was originally planning to end the stream. So what we have going on here is we've got these winds at the back that are pushing this forward, and then we have winds at the front in what's called the warm sector of the storm that are pushing more to the north. This is not big enough. Pushing more to the north. There we go. And so as these collide, these colder winds begin to move over as well and do this. So the areas in between them begin to build up because you have essentially converging air, and it has nowhere to go but up. But as it goes up, that air cools down, and so you get clouds forming and whatnot, and that's what really forms the updraft. But in these kinds of situations, what we have going on is we have those back end winds that are significantly stronger than those front end winds, and so you not only get you will get some supercells to pop up, but those supercells will very quickly bow out into like a bow segment like this, or like a bow echo. They call it. There are a bunch of different names for this: squall line, bow echo, depending on how strong the wind is, derecho. But yeah, so if you oh boy, here we are. In a normal supercell, let me actually go and see if I can find a regular supercell. There's definitely one down here in Iowa. In a normal supercell, what you end up having is you have very localized fronts. And so you have an area like a warm front up. No, you just moved on me. You'll have a warm front up here, and then you'll have what's called the gust front down here. And so you have warmer winds coming into this area, and then they end up feeding into the storm, and then you have your downdraft winds, or the RFD or whatnot, that come into the storm and then drop back to the ground, and those really feed the gust front here. And yeah, so if you have this area, if you have this this warm front type deal moving quicker than your gust front, then you'll get a notch and you'll get what's called a hook echo. I appreciate that, Douglas. Thank you. So, okay, so it's been canceled. This is no longer tornado warned. Good news. We'll come back up here to the north. Last night, a blue whip on radar was beginning all of the twisters. Due to Jeopardy. Yeah, no, Jeopardy's good. I used to watch Jeopardy all the time when I was a kid. Now I just never tune into it. It's yeah, I just don't tune into it. All right, so let's take a look at rotation again. Yeah, there's definitely something going on in there. Definitely something going on. Let's take a look at what they have to say about it. Tornado warning remains in effect until 7 p.m. for southeastern Steele County. At 6:28 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe squall line capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage was located near Hope, or 34 miles northeast of Valley City, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and ping pong ball-sized hail. Radar indicated rotation. Expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, vehicles. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain mainly over rural areas of southeastern Steele County. It doesn't look like they have any towns listed because it's mostly in rural areas. If somehow you're watching and you are in the path of that storm, take shelter now. If you know anybody in the path of that storm, call them and tell them to take shelter. Take all tornado warnings seriously. Do not wait for confirmation because it might be too late for you until by the time confirmation arrives. My popo is in China. My mom is in the U.S. All my grandmothers are passed away, though. That's cool that you have family members in China. 我会说一点中文. So, yeah, I speak a little bit of Chinese. Took it throughout middle school and high school. Didn't continue with it in college, but I'm going to take a look at this guy down here because it does have a history of producing funnel clouds of Iowa City. Still only a funnel cloud on this one, so. Is there a new tornado warning that I didn't notice? There's that one down there still. Let's go down and take a look at it one more time. Oh no, I right. It was canceled and then it was, yeah. Now it's back. Yep, a little bit of rotation right in that edge point there. We'll take a look at the 3D view on this guy. So that tornado, it looks like the main inflow of the wind is down here. And so if that inflow is rotating, that tornado is going to appear right here in this rear part of the storm. Fancy hippie, yes, I'm a meteorology student. Oh, that's a lot of messages really quickly. Give me a minute because I'm currently trying to. Yeah, so see right in this area here, that's where the main rotation is, that's where the main updraft is, and that's where the tornado would be. And so you can see here in this base velocity view, that rotation, it moves up the storm and then it broadens out. Chinese is an excellent language to know if you're in industry, but most Chinese still speak better English than we speak Chinese. That is definitely true. Jacob, I would love to go to school and study the weather. You should, dude. If you give me a location, I've been documenting still shots of the last 24 hours. Right on. I got tornado watch right now. I'm in northwest Missouri. DC author. I have grandparents, and uncles who live in Taiwan and that used to live in China until the communists took over in 1949. Interesting stuff, guys. So yeah, if you live in no, that's not what I want. Thank you. If you live in, it got canceled again. Are you kidding me? Is this just not updating? I guess this technically isn't a tornado warning anymore. It is starting to form a hook, and there is definitely rotation in that. What you've got, as I was saying earlier, is you've got inflow winds. I'm going to move those to red. You have inflow winds right here that as they're traveling in, they're spiraling. And then you have your rear flank downdraft that is coming around, spreading the precipitation essentially. And this updraft I mean, it just extends really into the storm. Then you've got a couple of different downdrafts within the storm. Sorry, once again, slurring words. I've been talking a lot today, and those kind of drop around the front of the storm there. Somebody asked, what about the storm in North Dakota? I'll run back over there and check. 2 tornado warnings still. One has a funnel cloud, or at least had a funnel cloud at one point. This one's probably canceled and moved. I'm surprised they haven't moved that yet or canceled it, because they should really do one or the other. Because this is definitely out of the area. Take a look at base velocity. Not a whole lot of rotation. If we look up in this one, base velocity, there is that little area of rotation right in here. Yeah, a watch just means that the atmosphere is right to have tornadoes. A warning means there's either a tornado or there is rotation. Hey, tornado warnings in Iowa City is still active according to the NWS. Okay, that's good to know. Because for some reason, it's telling me that it's canceled. Let's take a look at the National Weather Service over here. Yep, it's definitely still there. Let's see what they have to say about it. Really? They're not even gonna... There we go. Okay, so it's still radar indicated rotation, half dollar-sized hail. If you live near University Heights, take shelter now. It'll be there at 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Iowa City Municipal Airport, Frytown, Amish, that's an odd name for a town, Sharon Center, Johnson County Fairgrounds, and Hills Access. So if you live in those areas, take shelter now. There is potential for a tornado in that storm. So if you're warned, as Rory BZ keeps saying, take shelter, do not wait. Okay, so yeah, that tornado warning down here near Pillsbury was canceled as the storm has moved out and the rotation has really deteriorated. Rory BZ, I sure hope so. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I got into it, is because I saw potential. I know a lot of people that are really interested in this kind of stuff, and so we could probably create our own little subgenre of YouTube. And if you guys are new to the stream, like the stream for me, share the stream. Well, don't share the stream; it's going to be over here soon. Like the stream, and subscribe. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. What'd you say?
Come to my stream.
Yeah, and then have you already started?
Not yet.
Then where are they gonna go?
My stream.
It is a balmy day here in Indiana. I got up to almost 90 today. Alright, any other tornado warnings? Some severe thunderstorm warnings down here. Let's take a look at those before we go. Oh, don't play sound. Please don't play sound. There we go. Okay, good. I took my video up to date on my screen just because I wanted to see what you guys were seeing or how far behind it was or whatever. And I was worried that it would hit play. I don't like hearing my own voice.
How do I zoom in on weather model?
You don't zoom in. Are you okay on weather models? Are you looking at the U.S. and Canada and Mexico?
Yeah. Oh, I found it. I found it.
Okay. All right. This is getting frustrating. Let me download recent data and see if this changes at all. Oh yeah, People's Republic of Taiwan. We also get like 110 plus degree days. I'm a wuss when it comes down to the heat. I really don't like it. We go from like negative 40 in the winter to about 110 in the summer. We get everything. It's awful. I would much rather the negative 40 to 110, but still. Oh yeah, there's definite rotation on this inflow band. Uh, well, it's kind of breaking apart a little bit, or at least breaking apart more than it used to. It's not nearly as defined as it once was. Let me know when you got your stream going. I gotta run to the bathroom.
Yeah, give me like 2 minutes.
All right, you're on the clock starting now. No, I'm kidding. Um, oh, is this a confirmed tornado now? A confirmed tornado was near Kelowna. Um, was located near Kelowna or 11 miles southwest of Iowa City, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard: damaging tornado and golf ball sized hail. Weather spotters confirm tornado near Frytown. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is also likely. This tornado will be near Iowa City, Coralville, University Heights, and Hills around 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. If you live in Iowa City, Coralville, University Heights, and Hills, take shelter now. This will be entering your area in around 15 minutes. Do not wait. Take shelter now. This is confirmed. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Iowa City Municipal Airport, Frytown, Amish, Sharon Center, Johnson County, Fairgrounds, and Hills Access. Once again, if you live or know people or whatever in this area, take shelter now. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. This tornado right now is located right around here, right around this area. If we take a look at base velocity, we can see that that's really where the winds start to change. And let's take a look at correlation coefficient. There is a bit of a debris ball right there. So if we take a look at those 3 pixels, we're going to switch that over to, yeah, that there's a debris ball in that, a slight debris ball. There is a tornado on the ground here.
Just realized that I didn't have OBS up.
Oh, were you wondering why you weren't able to stream?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck is going on? Going live.
All right, guys.
Maybe.
Oh, well, let me know if you're live or when you're live. Once again, we're getting significantly more of a defined hook here. And what we're looking at is inflow winds, outflow winds, gust front
Okay, it's
slash
live.
cold front, and then warm front, or a localized warm front up here. And so this is what you're essentially looking at if you look at a map of this. You've got all this warm air down in this area that's feeding the storm, and then all of this cold air that has been cooled by the downdraft by actually being in the thunderstorm that's behind it, pushing it forward. And so when you get those inlet winds that kind of sit down here and go into the storm, you
Hey,
get
I'm leaving Discord.
it hooked.
I'm live.
Okay, sounds good. So those of you who are still here, look up James the Weatherman on YouTube. He will be taking the stream from here. He works very closely with me and David. So please go watch him. He works at the Storm Prediction Center. After James the Weatherman is done streaming, check out David Schlotthauer's video and check out my video too. So I hope that you all enjoyed this live stream. I'm sorry that it wasn't very long, but like I said, go take a look at James' channel. He is live right now. So I'll see you all there. Thank you and have a great day, guys.